best pod. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't about him early, but he is looking really good. The Cats love giving him the footy, so I'm not going to argue that one with you, mate. He's looking great. If anyone wants to jump over to YouTube, it's a bit easier to get through all the questions away. Like TikTok, it just flies by and that. But YouTube, it's a bit easier to scroll. So I'll go through every single question on YouTube. So yeah, we'll be back though with what have I got? I'll talk about my trades, which I've got no idea what I'm going to do, to be honest. The Yo one's really thrown a bit of a spanner in the works because I think if he's out for a couple, probably trade him. So it's just too concerning with him. Like 2 can turn into 4 for Elliot Yo. He's my favourite wellbeing worker. Jeez, controversial. I love them all, mate. I love them all. Come on, mate. Although, if we're talking teachers, I mean, Puck Walker. I mean, he's one of my favourites, mate. Me and Puck got his school photo on my wall, my classroom wall. I don't go to sleep looking at Puck Walker. If he's watching this, it'll be awfully embarrassing. But we're going to roll over to YouTube now. So if you want to pop over there, Shorty SuperCoach, same deal. And yeah, I'll get to your question there, but we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys. YouTube, what is up? What's going on? Chuck the mic in. Let me scroll up to the top. We always love a bit of a TikTok sesh. You always get some pretty random questions, which we love. All righty. Let's scroll up to the top, shall we? G Money, first off the rank. How about that? Shorty, how are you? Sorry I've missed the last few. I have noticed, mate, but that's fine. I've been busy changing my holiday plans in September because pies are back. You had me into the last bit there. Look, they are playing good footy, mate. They are playing good footy. Good to see you back. Ricky, on your Shorty, how's it been, mate? Yeah, good, mate. Good. Look, honestly, bit tired. Work's been pretty busy, mate, but days go quick. They really do. So, and the SuperCoach give me a bit of stress, mate. I don't like it when I'm not 100% sure on the trades. It makes me feel uneasy. So, Freddie SuperCoach, what's going on, mate? Thanks for the love there. Reese, Luke, Ryan, Stewart, or Sinclair. All fantastic options. So I think they're all guys you want in your team by the end of the year. So I'm going to base this one purely on price point and value. I think Sinclair, with the break even, the way he's going, Sinclair would be my guy for this week. Xavier, Shorty, didn't think I would mispronounce my own name. How are you going? Should I trade Sexton? I'm going pretty well, thank you, mate. How are you? He's a dead rookie, so you could, but I sort of hate trading guys out and only getting like 70K back. It sort of pisses me off. So he doesn't really hold great value to trade out, but if that's the only option you got, clearly he's not playing and not doing anything, so that's fair. Bazooka has hit me with a Horty. How are we doing? That hurts, bro. I can't believe that what I mentioned Horty once and it's just stuck. You got to give the man credit. It's quite impressive. But Nugs, do I get rid of Luke Jackson to getting Clayton Oliver in my team? Oh, I've been a big believer in Jackson, but I can't defend him much longer. If you want to trade Jackson out, I totally understand. I'm keeping him. I've got bigger issues to face and battle, but Oliver is a clear inclusion this week. Great price. Is he back? Is he not? Time will tell, but I'll tell you what, you don't want to miss at that price. It's certainly worth rolling the dice on a bloke with his scoring history. The hand surgery's done. He looked really good. Freddie SuperCoach, I don't know who to trade. For fuck's sake, only one I can think of is Roberts. Yeah, well, I don't know how your side is looking, but I'm looking at Williams, Roberts. Who else was there? Sam Darcy could be a trade. D'Ambrosio's a trade for a lot of people out there. Could be time to trade internet providers if my SuperCoach side doesn't load in a moment. That's all right. Who else we got? I'm trading Mac Andrew, who I don't know. He's been an okay pick early, but he's really faded on me. Reese, here again, 3 weeks in a row. Why are you using all your boosts? Well, they're there to be used, mate. And when we get our buy rounds coming in, you get 3 trades anyway. So if I were to use a boost over the next week or two, it'll only be another couple of weeks until I get 3 trades again. So I really, there's not too many times you need 4 trades. You don't really need a boost to 3 to 4 much. So I think we should use our boosts aggressively. And that's what I've been doing. Just got to scroll back up. Jackson, traded Jackson, Brown for Jones and Oliver. No boost now, though. Ranked 4%, top 4%. I may have peaked. Hello, that's impressive. No, I like that. I mean, good inclusions there. And hopefully you can hang on to the good percent there. That's cool, mate. Anthony, what's happening with Zach Williams? Do I sell or hold? Same with D'Ambrosio. Yeah, you could definitely trade both of those guys. I mean, if Williams is in the side and stays in, you could mount a case that he could still be an okay option, but equally, you could trade him. I mean, I'm looking at trading him. He's been pretty up and down with his body and form. So, yeah, you could definitely trade. Boomer Star, g'day, Shorty. How have you been? Pretty good, thanks, mate. Pretty good. How about yourself? I hope you're traveling nicely. Thoughts on using my last boost to get Butters, Gorn, and Jones, in for Yo, D'Ambrosio, and Naismith? Yeah, I like that. I mean, anytime I see the inclusions of Gorn, Butters, and a good cash cow, I'm not going to argue with that. So I like it. Nugs, is Harry Sheezel a worry now he's in the midfield? Nah, definitely not, mate. Of course, half back, he was cruising around doing it easy, but we've seen what Dacos has done when he got in the midfield. Yeah, he wasn't at his best and not getting as much easy footy with that midfield role for Sheezel, but he'll still be good. He'll still be fine. Back him in. G Money, who would you bring in? Oliver, Dale, Stewart, Zorko, or Yug? Oh, Jesus Christ. We can't be on him, bro. Not interested in Dale. Young, I could take it or leave it. Stewart, I don't feel like there's an absolute urgency on him. The one urgency is Oliver, who's got a break even less than 50. Zorko, as good as his week was, his break even's still 102 because of that 50 whatever. So I think Oliver's the one I would bring in out of those, closely followed by Zorko if you're tossing and turning. Adam, evening, mate. Does team value mean much at this stage? I'm sitting on 12.9 million and 550 overall. Well done, but others seem to be doing way better. No, I mean, it doesn't matter too much. I mean, clearly it's important to upgrade your side, and the money is obviously going to help you do that. But it's probably more about your cash cows and money you've got coming up. If you're looking at your bench and you're like, oh, he's not playing, he's out of form, he's going to get dropped. Where's my cash generation? That's when you want to get to it. So it's probably not about the exact figure of your side. It's probably more about those 8 or 9 blokes that are cash makers on the right-hand side of your page that you really want to focus in on. Xavier, thoughts on possible trades? Yo, Roberts, Sexton or Closey out, and Dacos, Clary, and Jones in. Love the inclusions. And I'd trade Closey, to be honest. I mean, the break-even suggests so, and you're going to get a bit more bang for your buck with probably an extra 100 or so K, I think. So that's the way I would play it. Bailey, g'day, Shorty. Thinking of doing Roberts, Powell to Oliver and Jones. That'll leave me in 19 trades. What do you reckon? Yeah, I love it, mate. Roberts has done his dash. He's been great for us, but now's the time. And Powell just, hasn't quite been what we had hoped since such a hot start to the year. But, yeah, Oliver, fantastic inclusion. Jones is a rookie that I'm going to have to miss on because I've got other things, but I like him. He's got a bit about him. Oh, yeah, we answered that one from Anthony. Hey, Harvey, what's going on? G'day, mate. How are we? Pretty good, mate. Pretty good. Just getting through the week. Nothing too exciting so far, but we're getting through. Won by 190 points on the weekend, 190-0, and didn't even fucking kick a goal. I got played in positions that didn't get a chance to get a goal. Well, that's all right, mate. Sounds like you must have racked up a bit of the footy, though, if you're winning 190-0. Well, you probably wouldn't rack up too much if you're down back, but that's a pretty impressive win, mate. Nicely done. Cameron, hey, Shorty, I'm going Peatling from the Giants this week. Our forward line is in serious strife, and I think he could be a nice solution. Negative 40 odd break even, and CBAs look good. Now, that is a name I did not expect. Let me just have a look at this bastard. Because the break even is good, but I don't know. Look, the interesting thing for that will be, where's Cornelio at? Where's Tom Green at? If both of them miss this week, then maybe, but I'm probably not a massive fan of it. It'll give you a bit of a short-term sugar hit, but you're probably better off going even further down to Jones, who's got just as good a job security or positions in the side. So don't know, mate. Don't know. I love the out of the box thinking, but let's just see. Let's see what those team sheets say. Taco Grinds. Big fella, how are you, mate? I'm good. How are you traveling, mate? Thanks for dropping in. Your thoughts, holding Rosie right now seems too painful, plus a buy coming up. Is it okay to offload despite the loss? What would you do? Yeah, I think Rosie's a trade. So I think hamstrings, you don't want to mess with them too much. And I think they'll be extra cautious given they're already stuffed it up once. So yeah, I would be trading. And I think he's going to be a nice inclusion in a month or so. He might miss 2 or 3 weeks, play a game or two, have his buy. He'll be at a really nice price. Hayes edits. Do I go Bailey, Dale for Houston or Hayden Young, which makes my defense Dacos, Sheasel, Young or Houston, Combin, Graham, Closey, or get rid of Combin for Josh Draper or someone like that so I can go Luke Ryan? Yeah, look, I'd be keeping Houston. I don't know. Bailey Dale, if he stays in that role, I love him, but can we bank on that? I don't know. I don't know. Hayden Young doesn't excite me too much. Good player, a very good player. I told you I was tired. Jesus Christ. I know I even slept well. Bit of a tough one. I sort of lean towards holding Houston. Draper, not so much, but probably haven't been super helpful with you there, but I'm not a big fan of Dale. I prefer Houston and Young there, but yeah, Harvey, do we trade Green or hold? Obviously, wait and see on the teams, but I'm leaning towards hold. Sounds like it's 1 week max. Oh, that was a continuation of that. Luke Ryan, which makes one of, yeah, okay. Yep. Then try to get close up to Hayden Young later. Yeah, I'd probably like the second option out of those, the Ryan and then Young. I like that. Aiden, reckon I'm going to do Yo up to Ryan and Roberts up to Sinclair. What do you reckon? Yeah, I like that a lot. Mate. I really like the Sinclair inclusion. He's coming into my team as well. Jonas, hey, Shorty, I was the victim of old bait and switched last night on a date. A date with this chick and some BS phone call, and she had to leave. Left me with the roommate 10 drinks in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Mate, is this true? I mean, the things you get up to, mate. Gosh. Georgios, any injury worries? Oh, plenty, mate. You got Tom Green, you got Elliot Yo. What's Zach Williams doing? Bloody, is Nat Fife going to be sub again or get subbed off? I mean, I'm got nerves all over the place. People are telling me Jordan Sweet's sick, so I don't know. I don't know. There's plenty happening. Harvey, Saints bounce back. Hopefully can win the next 2 and measure the leisure at 5 and 5. That's right, mate. They've been all right. I mean, I think you're not probably going to go too crazy on a win over North Melbourne, but it's all about banking those wins. So we love that. Then we got James. Shorty, what do we do if we have Sweet R2 and no Jackson? Also, what time is the quiz? Yeah, quiz will be around 8:40. I'll probably put the code out. And look, this is why I didn't really like Sweet as R2. It's a bit of risk about it. I mean, to be honest, if you're looking at a 0, you probably got to trade him or do something. Do you go Jackson, who's not even in that good a form? Do you bring him in somehow and swing him in? Because Sweet, if he's out for 1 week, still has a lot of money to make. Not a problem to have, or not a good problem to have at all, but we'll have to wait and see on those team sheets. There's some big teams coming out in a couple of days. Curtis, hey, Shorty, is it too late to bring in McKercher? No, it's not. I mean, clearly it'd be better if we got him cheaper or held, but his break even is still really, really nice, coming off back-to-back tons. Seems to have picked up that halfback role with Sheasel coming into the midfield, which is awesome. So what is his break even? Negative 61. So you're getting some really good coin out of him straight up. So yeah. The best ranger is Puck your Pookie Bear. I'd love to know who this is. Yeah, we'll say that, mate. We'll say that. Puck Walker is my absolute bestie, mate. Cameron, I think Peatling holds the role too, as I think Ward, Kelly, Callahan drop in CBAs as they seem to drop off when Cogs and Green was in. Only risk is the Sun risk. Let me know. Oh, sub risk. Yeah. Like I said, mate, I love the left field thinking. To me, it just feels a little risky. That midfield bat's so deep, and I can just see Peatling getting shifted out, whether that's of the middle or the team. Like you said, the sub risk is real. So to me, it seems risky and probably one I wouldn't entertain, but I do enjoy the out of the box thinking. Josh, is it worth trading Green down to Oliver? Not if Green's out for no weeks or 1 week. I mean, it sounds like that's the case. We'll get it confirmed later in the week, but yeah, I'm holding, mate. Definitely bring Oliver in, but for different ways. Nicky Vlosten, Daddy. Hey, Shorty, I'm back. What's going on, mate? Good to see ya. Hope you're well. Theo, I got 224 in the bank. I feel like there's more to that comment. Robertson, Sexton for McKercher, and Luke Jackson. Nice, mate. Interesting that you're bringing in Luke Jackson, because I must admit, I'm looking at him going, don't know how I feel about him. So would love to hear your thoughts and confidence levels around Jackson. Alert from Harvey. Do you not get Sinclair? Went into the midfield for the first time this year and scored that. We get Crouch back in the next few weeks, which will push him back out of the midfield. Now, I'm all in on him, mate. I am all in. Bonner and the side wing in Miller cuts his score when he... Okay, that's a valid rebuttal. Because I was going to say, we've seen him average great numbers as a defender anyway. Look, I'm inclined to bring him in. I really do like him. He's a great option, I feel. And I know you mentioned Crouch, but he was dropped earlier in the year. I mean, I think the way Sinclair played on the weekend, their midfield needs a player like Sinclair more than it needs a Crouch. They've already got a Steele and a Seb Ross and, dour players like that. People forget, I know Crouch is injured, but he was actually dropped earlier in the year. So I'm backing Sinclair in, mate, but I do like your analysis there. Cameron also looking Jaden Short next week, priced under 400K. Looks too good to be true for a guy who's been so consistent in the past. Yeah, I tend to agree, mate. Looks a really nice option. And like you said, he's been a good scorer at average mid to high 90s. What's the break even at? So he's 384. Break even of 89. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see once he ditches that 15. Yeah, I like that. I do like that, actually. Okay. Now we're talking. All right, I'm writing his name down. This is why I like these lives, because it gets me thinking about shit that I hadn't actually thought about before. Old Uncle Jaden. Jackson got mad faith in Robertson. Darcy going to hold. Oh, it's not to say we don't have faith in him, but Robertson's done his job, mate. He's done his job. Thank him for all his time and wish him well. He's made as much money as he's going to make. That's the one job we had for him. Wish him well, mate. Wish him well, I reckon. We're going to have to go all the way up here because I have skipped all the way down. Paul, or Pooj, actually. I don't know why I read that as Paul. How long is Green out for, and has there been an update? I haven't heard an update, but initially I did hear he was touch and go for this week. Let me plug it into Google. Giant star cleared of major ankle damage. We love that. Scans cleared him of significant injury. He'll need to pass a fitness test later in the week to make the trip. So if you're doing a fitness test to get you in this week, it certainly suggests you're close for this week. And if not, you should be right for next week. So he's a hold for me. Josh, is it worth trading down? Oh, the green one? Nah, hold green. Hold him, mate. Studi says, hey, Shorty, I'm 7-0 and on top in the Shorty SuperCoach. Well done, mate. After winning the flag in Shorty SuperCoach 2 last year. Is it too early to start talking about back-to-back? Will it be the first ever? Honestly, you could be, mate. I don't think, not that I've tracked the premiers in Shorty SuperCoach leagues, but, mate, you're looking good. You're looking good. Keep me posted on that. I had a shocker week last week, so it's time to bounce back for me. Jonas, what's the biggie? Something that gets. Oh, jeez. Yenchi, Shorty, my man, loving the look for tonight. Very stylish. Not liking this sweet news. Going to stuff me around. Yeah, so as far as I can tell, it's a bit of illness and he left training. Is that correct? So that's, yeah, good for me because the Cats could really beat up on their no rucks, but disappointing. And if you've got him at R2, it's a real panic moment. So I feel like we haven't had too many really big team selection weeks this year, but this is one of them. This is one of them. Ricky, stuck between trading Green down to Clayton as I have full 8 mid primo. Right now, plans are Roberts, Green to Dale and Oliver. Other plans include Sheasel, Roberts to Dale and Sinclair. Yeah, okay. I definitely don't trade out Sheasel. I understand your predicament with already having the 8 mids, but I feel like you're going to want Green. So if you are trading Green out, I mean, he's a top 8 mid for me. So if you trade him out to Oliver, make sure you find, like, whether it's McKercher or, I don't know, someone that you can bring Green back in a week or 2 or 3 when he really plummets off that really low score. I feel like you'd want him. Stephen, Anderson, Steele, Oliver, Petrarca. Really love Anderson as a point of difference pick. Oliver's the guy, though, this week. At that price, of those 4 names, I prefer Petrarca and I prefer Anderson. And if Steele's fully fit, I prefer him. But Oliver, at that price and that potential, it's hard to say no. Studi, is it time to start looking at forward options? What are the best ones? To be honest, I think Oliver is cooked. I won't be touching him. I would rather Petrarca or Rao to fill my last mid. And I don't necessarily disagree. I'm worried about him, but it's always about the price versus the potential reward, the potential risk. So I'd hate to not go him. And then he's averaging 110 for a month and he's 580. And you're like, shit, I've got to get him now. I could have had him 110K cheaper. So happy to jump on board. If it fails, then he's going to make some money and I'll just jump off. But yeah, happy to roll the dice on that one. To your initial question, though, yeah, it is time to start looking at forwards. And I'm personally looking at Zorko clearly. I'm starting to feel like we're going to have to go key forwards. So Mackay's clearly been good, but I think Charlie Curnow, Jeremy Cameron, really good options. They'll be inconsistent, but they're nicely priced, dropping in price, but still good options in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, can Toby Green just find form and start averaging 90 again? He'd be at a really nice price. And if Libba comes out that he's going to miss, a big chunk of the season, and he's out indefinitely, so he could, does Jackson McRae, who's averaging solid numbers the last month, does he just increase that a little bit? So food for thought. It's food for thought. Evening, Cal. How are you, mate? Good to see you. G Money. I'm still nervous to pull the trigger on Oliver. It was one game, and I know he'll go up if he pulls out another good game, but I need to see it again in the Blues. Then I'll pay $5.25. Yeah, I get that. If you need that investment to get your confidence up, I get it. But I just feel like the real concern for me was that the hand concern, and he got that fixed with the surgery. He's below 500K. Maybe I'm a bit biased because I watch him, just find heaps of the footy against the Cats. But no, I think coming into winter, mate, plenty of grubby ball, plenty of wet days. Clayton Oliver's going to come into his own. Reese says, who are you getting for Mac Andrew? That'd probably be Sinclair, I think. But I'm sort of going to have to rejig it because I was originally going Williams, Roberts, and Andrew. Where now I'm really hoping Williams plays so I can trade out Roberts, Andrew, and probably Yo. There's some guys I'd wait 2 weeks for. Elliot Yo's not one of them. So, yeah, but I don't know. I fucking hate trading out premiums, but so it's rejigged it for me. It's really rejigged it. Anyway, I start thinking about my trades and my brain just starts going nuts. But oh boy, Baggers is in the house. Would you look at that? Short Hog, how are we? I'm getting Ryan and Jones for Powell and the passion of Roberts. Then next week we look at Oliver. I need 2 games. Fair play. I've completed backs, 2 mids needed, and 3 forwards. Reed's no keeper. Good to see you, mate. Fair play. I think Reed will be one of the last ones I trade out, but be very interesting to see because if he continues to have the form of the last 3-4 weeks, you never know. But he did look a bit sore and tired on the weekend. G Money, how good is Darcy Wilson going? He's going to hit 400K next few weeks. Absolutely, mate. There's not many better feelings in SuperCoach than holding that rookie that a lot of people jumped off on and then seeing him go nuts. So to have McKercher and Wilson on my bench is probably 2 of the better calls I've made. So we've made some bad calls, but I'm celebrating that one. Brody, thoughts on Robertson Cadman this week to Ryan and Jones, then potentially trading Fife and Darcy next week to a Butters and someone else, different primo instead of Butters. Yeah, Petrarca at a good price too, but yeah, definitely like those inclusions. I mean, Ryan, it's a lot. It's a lot to pay for him, but it's hard to argue. He nearly scored 200. So I think he's one of the best defenders we've got on offer, probably the best at the moment, along with Dacos. Yenchi says, did you hear about the Fitzroy Elizabeth score shorty, my team versus Elizabeth this week? No, I did not, mate. What happened? You'll have to let me know. Carter, Moore, or Stewart this week have 6 already with around 14 bye. Yeah, okay. Stewart would be the one I would go out of those 2, mate. But yeah, Moore's definitely had a nice little patch here. Lucas, thoughts on Track, Jones, Ryan in, D'Ambrosio, Roberts, or Williams out, as well as Yo. Going to have 19 trades, 0 boost. I think they're all good inclusions. I mean, Petrarca could even be next week. It's still probably going to drop a smidgen, but you might want to bank the points. And I think all those guys, they're pretty much the same exclusions in my team as well. So I like that, mate. Cal is Roberts and Chom for Nick Martin and Jones. Fair enough, or bigger priorities. Look, I feel like Nick Martin's a guy you could probably get at any stage. I mean, are there more pressing options with Oliver or a Sinclair or something like that? But certainly don't mind the inclusions. I mean, I love Nick Martin. Yeah, I tend to agree, Baggers. I tend to agree. Blasty, thoughts on Dylan Moore, potential top 6 forward? Definitely. He's a guy that's just really consistent operator and a really good player, probably an underrated player. I think he's definitely worth considering now. Not one that I'm looking at personally. I'm looking at others. Probably, Zorko is probably one I'd go ahead of him, but he's as good as any to be a potential keeper for sure. Theo, I'm doing Oliver in, Heaney in for Roberts and Rosie with 224. Nice. Yeah, I think that's the right play with Rosie, mate. I think that's a good call. Gee, we're running low on the waterfront. Jeez, I might have to duck out for a water soon, guys. Hey, Steve, he says, Shorty, what's been going on? Any news on Williams, Yo, and all of these injuries, other injured players we have going on? Yeah, Yo's looking like 2 weeks from what I can gather. Let me have a look on Zach Williams. But no, I don't know anything too much more than, oh, geez, here we go. Oh, shit, excuse me. Zach Williams' availability is a test. Glute soreness. Yeah. He's every chance to be managed, I reckon. So, yeah, you've got McGovern, Marchbank, and Martin all tests. So there could be a few changes for the Blues. It's going to be big teams on Thursday, that's for sure. Well, Wednesday for them. Nicholas, g'day, Shorty. Love the vids, mate. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Should I roll the dice with Oliver or pay up for merit? I'd roll the dice on Oliver, mate. It is a gamble, don't get me wrong, but I think Clayton Oliver, 110 plus averager for years, 500K. Didn't think we'd see this, so it's worth the gamble for sure. Ryan says, is Reed done? G'day, mate. Look, I don't think so. I don't think so. He may have these ups and downs. He's played 7 games. He's a young fella, but he'll also have days like he did the other week where he goes nuts. So we'll ride the highs and lows, and I'll base Reed almost purely off a break-even standpoint. If he has a couple of quiet ones over the next week or two, then it's time for a trade. He'll be around 410, 420. Yeah, but not yet. Let's wait and see what the young man does. Jack, Shorty, mate, still not buying into Bailey Dale as a doggy man with liver out. He's a clear first option off halfback. JJ, Daniel Richards, all second options or sub. No, fair play. Look, yeah, I'm not going with him, but that's not to say I don't rate him. I feel like I missed the boat a little bit. And just makes me nervous. So you've got Jack Sinclair and him around similar prices. And maybe I'm on my own here, but I prefer Sinclair. And you're right. He is your clear option for halfback. But what about a month or so ago? Like, what about last year? What happened there? Like, things seem to change at the Dogs really quickly. And I don't really understand why. So I don't know. He might be the best option for the next 6 to 8 weeks and average 105, but is he going to be doing that in round 18? That's my concern. I feel safer in the Sinclair selection. But look, I'm not surprised to see Dale scoring well. It's not to say I think he's shit, but I just feel safer with other options because things chop and change at the Dogs. But look, he's in my draft team and he's going well for me, so I'll take that. Harvey, is Roberts, D'Ambrosio, Dempsey out for Young, McKercher and Jones plus 150K stupid? No, not at all. I mean, I think there's probably better options than Young. He is going pretty well, don't get me wrong, but McKercher's one of those ones where you don't get as much bang for your buck on the way down, but he's going to score good points and make a lot more cash on the way up. So, no, it's definitely not stupid. I think that'll set you up for a good go at some real options in the next few weeks, some fallen premiums. Baggers, what makes you think Clary is back? Geelong is one of the easiest mids to score. Surely another look is a must to not grab Parrish. He'll go to bed this week. Huge against the Roos. Well, you've only got to look at the last bloody decade, or it's not quite a decade, but you know what I mean. His scoring history over the last very long period of time is sensational. So the only question you've got to ask is he fit? Is he ready to go? Probably not at his best, but I even reckon a Clayton Oliver not at his fittest can still average 100. And he just looked back from a ball handling point of view. It was a bit greasy. He still fumbled a little bit, but I felt like that hand being fixed up or the finger, whatever it is, I think he's only going to get better. So, yeah, it's a slow start to the year, but that's what we expected. You know, I'm backing him in. And if I'm wrong, then fair enough. But at that price, happy to take the risk. Hoodie T, hey, Shorts, thoughts on trading out Yo and bringing in Sinclair and Dunks or Took or anyone else? Yeah, I like that. I think Sinclair's a gun, like I've mentioned. Dunkley, probably nice point of difference. Very consistent player over the years. Probably not one of my first options. I really like Petrarca this week or next. Parrish, a great option. Oliver, we've spoken about a lot as well. So a couple of options to keep in mind. But, yeah, I think that's a good structure you got there. Josh, what do you think of Dawson to Oliver with 197 in the bank? Who should I get? Well, I feel like Dawson's just starting to be back on the way up. I mean, he's had a really good few weeks. So I don't know if I'll be going that way. Definitely like bringing Oliver in, but probably through a different avenue. Baggers, Shorty, I want to get Dunks and one of Parrish Oliver track to finish mids. Laird didn't light it up for me. Nah, fair play. Love all those options, to be honest, mate. That's just pick it yourself, I reckon, there. I mean, I'll probably lean towards Petrarca, but naturally he's going to be the most expensive. So also we are 4-4 in the rivalry. Call me Dynamo. Look out. Here we go. Keep us tally, mate. Keep the tally up. Steve, Shorty, how do you how do you do your homemade Parmas? I'm smashing one I made at the moment and thought you would be a regular Parma sort of guy, right? Once upon a time, I was a Palmy, and that's right, I'm saying Palmy. So that might be controversial, but I'm saying Palmy over Parma. Used to get them all the time. Every time I went out, made them back in the day, a long way back in the day. But I tend to go different. I tend to go a bit different at the pub feeds these days. So that might shock you, but I feel like sometimes to get a good palmy can be hard to find. If you find a good one, oh, it's fantastic, but they're a bit harder to find. And tell me this, right? When you order a palmy and it comes out with a great servings of chips, but they've plonked the palmy on it, and then you're like picking the palmy and you're scraping your chips out, and you don't have enough plate room. I was like, can you just put my chips to the side, please? Now they're soggy, mate. I mean, am I alone in that? But come on. Jonas, yeah, mate, got an angry message this morning, not long after I left. Apparently a family emergency, but I'm not buying it. Too late anyway. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's we win some, we lose some in this dating game, mate. It's a brutal beast out there. Braden, hey Shorty, who would you go out of Dale and Sheasel? If I go Dale, I can potentially get Sheasel next week. If Sullivan keeps his spot, and I can get roughly 30k. Darcy up and Closey up, Sheasel down. Look, I prefer Sheasel over Dale, but a lot of people are mounting a big case for Dale. Maybe it's my little bias coming out. I do love Sheasel, and I'm a bit nervy about Dale's long-term security in the role, but it's hard to argue at the moment how he's playing. But I'd slightly go towards Sheasel. Pufferfish. Oh, Shorty, my Shorty, short of a man, Shorty. 3 words. Hawks are back, baby. Come on, mate. Look, they played well. They played well. You'd be flat as a tack as a dog supporter. That was very disappointing, but I was just building stuff for me territory with Langers. Had that on in the background. I was like, Jesus, the Dogs have kicked like the first 3 in like 3 minutes. I thought this could get ugly. And then the Hawks just turned it on. So credit to you. That was a good win. Curtis, Sinclair, or Oliver this week. Both really good options, both coming into my side. But if I had to, I'd go Oliver. Just on that price point. Neurojan, do I bring Clary in or McCurcher in? Yeah, I'd bring Oliver. I'd bring Oliver in. It's not a huge price difference, like a little bit, but Oliver could be a keeper, and he should be. Corin, who do I get rid of? Roberts, Fife, or Darcy? I think Roberts. I think you base this one purely on the break even, and Roberts is really high. It's over 100. Darcy's 42. And while Fife's is high, I think he's got merit to still be considered a top 8 to 10 forward. Okay. Let's not start as a sub too often, please. That'd be great, but that's the way I'd look at it. Nightfall, Will Sullivan be a must-have? I probably don't think so. I think it's a great story, and if he backs up with a really good game this week, maybe. But I just feel like with Mitchell, DeGoey coming back, I'd be surprised. But give it a week, he might cement himself. So I'll be interested to watch him. Braden says, is Caldwell a potential top 6 forward and Bont any chance of forward status? I'd have to have a look at the numbers on the forward status. I know it comes down to a real percentage thing, but I don't feel like Bont's played any more forward over the last few weeks, if not less. And he didn't get it after round 6. So I'd say doubtful. And on Caldwell, definitely. I think he was averaging some really good numbers, got injured, so he'll drop in price quite nicely and could be a handy inclusion in a few weeks' time, I reckon, or whenever he comes back and drops a bit. Jackson, hey, mate, thoughts on Yo, Comben and Darcy to Ryan, Jones and Stewart? Yeah, all good trades. I think all those guys going out have done their job or certainly deserve to be taken out, and the inclusions are good. So I like that, mate. Craze fit. Is Darcy Jones a big miss? Must have? I don't think so. The Giants have a few on the injury list and a few to come back, and you never know how that affects the overall makeup. I don't think he's a must-have. I think he's a very nice option if you can. I'm a bit spewing that I can't get him because I just got to. I've had that money in the bank for ages, so I think I'm going to spend it. But um, yeah, not a must-have, but a good option. Oh, this will be good. Puffer fish. Okay, let's get down to business. I have held Palin, still thinking of keeping him. Looked like he got his class back in the second half and scored over 40 just in that half. Can he be a keeper? Look, I wouldn't be putting my faith in him, to be honest. It's been a really quiet 4 or 5 weeks. I'm not saying absolutely no, because anything's possible in these forward lines, but his first few weeks were so good. He just hasn't been finding as much of the footy. He's had tackle numbers save him a couple of times. He's had good quarters here and there. That random move out of the midfield, not one that I'd want to go. So he's one for me. I've traded him out. If he catches fire again, I'll get him, but not one that I'd be having any great deal of faith in saying that he's. I can't sit here and tell you he's a keeper. Sorry, mate, but I can see you're torn. You're torn on this one. Jonas, what's the number one injury in AFL? yes. Baggers with the long memory there. Nothing gets past him. Just got to scroll up a bit. Jeez, we just get so behind here, don't we? We really do. Look, the quiz, I've seen a few quiz question marks. Quiz will be probably in 20 or 30 minutes. I'll probably put the code out around 8:40 and we'll go from there. Bag of short stick, just got the Premier data stats back, and I've had 7 goal assists in my third game coming up, average 78 fantasy. I'd say you're a must-get rookie, mate. I would say so. Steve, do we know who could get dual positioned after round 12? Anyone we should keep an eye on? I'm not hearing much at the moment. It's not something that I have gone digging for either, but not sure yet, mate. Not sure. Theo, you like Pies rookie job security? I think we're talking about Lockie Sullivan. No, a bit worried about the job security. Wait and see, but I just don't feel like he'd be best 22. But if he puts together a good full game this week, anything is possible. Puffer Fish. Also, Shorty, can you do that thing like Brad does where the questions go on the screen? Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I might have to look into that because I must admit, I was like, that's pretty good, actually. I don't know how he does that, but let me look into that because that'd be a good idea. I'll just write that down, actually. Might have to ask him. Bailey, planning on almost straight swap Meek to Marshall soon. Surely he's too good a player to be 500k. Yeah, big Rowan Marshall fan, so I tend to agree. Certainly wouldn't get any arguments from me bringing him in at that price. He's a bloody good player. Here we go. Shorty, I have a life lesson for you from Jonas. Might pre-read this one. Yeah, probably won't read that one out at the risk of getting cancelled. Ben Roberts to Luke Ryan, Liver to Clary, Tom Powell to Zorko. Yeah, like all that, mate. All good inclusions. I rate it. The best ranger. Who's your favourite Cats player? I do love Paddy Dangerfield. I do. Hard to go past Tom Stewart. Graham Myers is a favourite of mine. It's hard to not love Jezza, but to be honest, watching Paddy Dangerfield up and running is my favourite thing. Max, thoughts on Dale? Is it too late? Does Harry for the defence have to go? And thoughts on Green? Green's a hold for me, as is Sheasel. Let's not get too carried away off one below par score. He's been great this year. And it's not too late on Dale. If you trust him, he's still at a good price. I mean, I'm happy to play around him. He may hurt me, but that's okay. I'm happy to go with others. Ryan, thoughts on Roberts, Rosie, and Campbell to Jones, Oliver, and Ryan? All good inclusions, mate. Definitely like that. I'd be doing those. Baggers, hey, Nicky is what you call royalty. He is the D2 as Ryan is an absolute weakling. Look, we are loving what Nicky is doing, mate, and you've been his number one fan, that is for sure. Pufferfish went against you, shortstop, a couple of weeks ago. Shortstop, the shorty, horty, Morty, 40, shorty. That was some sort of a run of words there. Bailey Dale made me 110K. Could be a genuine keeper. Sorry, mate. He made me nervous. He still does. But look, when I say I'm not going with guys like Dale, it's not to say they're bad picks. They're just not ones that have fitted into my structure, or I prefer to take risk elsewhere like Oliver. But no, he's playing good footy. Galaxy, Shorty, you beautiful man. What's going on, mate? I can't stick around. Have a big assessment tomorrow, but have a great night and weekend. Oh, isn't that nice? He just pops in. What a legend. Good luck for the assessment there, mate. Hope you go well. Hopefully we catch up soon and have a chat, mate. Zach, Clayton Oliver, Shorty, trigger has been pulled. Nice, mate. Yes, I like that, mate. Good call. Pufferfish says Petrarca versus Oliver. On a pure price point view, I'd be going Oliver, but why not both? Let's get Oliver this week, Petrarca next. That's the way I'll be approaching it. Harvey says, I'm happy to wait on Oliver for another week. First ton for the year. If he scores 110 plus, I'll just pick him up next week for 500K easy. Fair play. A few people will be doing that. Can't argue it. That's fair. I did the same with Jordan Dawson. Sometimes you just want a bit more assurity. Steve, why are you not aiming for your boy Jeremy Cameron? At least he will get some decent scores for loophole. Yeah, I think he is a guy that I'm sort of looking to fill out my back line and midfield, because I just don't know what I can trust on the forward line. So the more sample size we get, the better. But yeah, I think guys like Jezza Cameron and Charlie Curnow, they could definitely feature in my forward line. We answered that one. Galaxy, I'm fading Clary. Just played against the worst midfield in the comp. Whoa! Oh, Jesus. Give us. I know there's not a lot of names in there, but fuck, we've beaten a few midfields. Gosh. Happy to bite the bullet next week when he's back. Fair play. Fair play. Pufferfish, thoughts on Williams, D'Ambrosio, and Roberts for Bont, Oliver, or Petrarca, and then Darcy Jones. Yep, I like that, mate. All good inclusions. Got some cash cow going. That's good stuff. Nightfall, I'm thinking Dylan Moore might take F4 to F6. Thoughts? Yeah. The way he's playing, and he's a favourite of mine from years gone back. I always seem to end up with him in draft. So very good half forward, gets up the ground, gets a bit of footy, just a clever footballer. So yeah, definitely a good option. Galaxy, by the way, what are your thoughts on dating Tinder girls long distance? Been chatting with this cutie who lives over an hour drive away. An hour drive, mate. That's short term for me. No, not the Zoom girl. Oh no. Shit, bro. That's look, to be honest, mate, I think it's worth pursuing. An hour's not that far in reality. And if she's a good chick and you get along well, then yeah, see how it goes. Obviously, it's not ideal, but you never know. Good people are hard to find, mate. So if they're an hour away and you get along well, just enjoy it, I reckon. Will, Shorty's, how's the classroom going, mate? Any funny stories to tell? Classroom going well, mate. Obviously, I'm not actually in the classroom that much. I work in wellbeing, but I don't think I've had any funny story. Oh, actually, it was funny today. It's not that funny, but our IT guy, his name's Bill, and we just had this student in wellbeing, and he's a funny character. He was talking a bit of shit, and one of my other workers was like, "Oh, you know Bill Clinton?" And this kid was like, "Oh, is that the guy in IT?" I'm like, "No, slight difference. One's a little more famous than Bill, our IT guy, but no, Bill Clinton's got a bit more of a world status, but." No, it's not. Unfortunately, I can't tell too many stories because you just never know who's watching them. But I don't want to get cancelled. But I'll try and get some funny ones going on TikTok soon. Studi, my trades for this week: income Butters and Jones. Out goes Robertson, D'Ambrosio. My plan for next week to bring in Houston and Petrarca or Rao, possibly someone else with 422. Nice, I like that, mate. Good stuff. I like the plan. That sounds good. Pufferfish says, you think Cherry is a keeper? Lordy, Wardy, Shorty. Look, honestly, I didn't think so, but he is on fire. He's tackling. He's getting clearances. I'd be holding, mate. I think he is a genuine top-notch ruck, so he's fantastic at the moment. Baggers, I'm just never quite sure where those comments are going, so I just tread carefully there. But Steve, how good has it been to keep on to McKercher? Only decent rookie I missed out on was Reed, and he seemed to be an annoying one to own. Wow, you missed on Reed. Wow, there you go. No, look, I think, McKercher bouncing back has been fantastic to watch. Braden says, didn't see the Cats game. Does Jai Clark have a new role? I've kept him. No new role. He's just got more opportunity. With Dangerfield out, he got a full game, no sub involvement. So, I think he's always a chance to score around 80 if he gets the opportunity, but clearly he'll be inconsistent with both his opportunity around the footy and just game time as well if we get a few players back. Scotty, g'day, Shorty. What do you think about Chapman? Which Chapman are we talking here? Are we talking Paul or are you talking Heath? Like, what are we talking? Oh, boy. What's Scotty talking about here? Nah, not too keen on he did score 84, 250k. I mean, not one that I've considered. I think there's probably better options, but I like the left field thinking, mate. And Crystal is green out. He's got to go through a fitness test. So he's touch and go for this week, but hopefully he's good. I think I'll keep him. If it's 0 weeks, 1 week, I think I'll keep him. Baggers aren't the best Tinder profiles. You can open them up, but yeah, fair play. Galaxy, is Sonsi worth picking up at 190? He's not one that I've really looked at. What's he doing? Nah, probably not. Unless, not the worst option. I do like Sonsi as a player, but no, not one I'd jump out. Probably happy to go Jones, who's a bit cheaper. Braden, Elizabeth lost by 580 points. Jesus Christ, that is hectic, right? I must have missed that. That is a brutal day. Damien, hey, legend, hope you're well. Thank you, mate. Likewise. Clary and Sarong or Petrarca and Dunkley or Neil, can't decide. Gut instinct says Oliver and Sarong. I think that's probably the play I would go. I think Petrarca, hopefully you can find a way to work him in for next week because he'll still probably drop a little bit in price or at least not move too much. But yeah, I'd go Oliver and Sarong. Best Ranger, Daniel. Hey, mate, what's going on? There's the Elizabeth one again. Lost big time to Fitzroy. That is brutal. Wow. Cop that. One kick 29, Yenchi. That is wild, mate. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Luke McMahon. Hey, Shorty, how are you? Sorry I'm late. I went out for dinner because it's my birthday today. Oh, happy birthday, mate. I remember you said that last week. There you go. Happy birthday. I hope you had a good dinner there, mate. Langers was telling me he saw you the other day. What did you think of the Cats game, and how do you think they will go on Friday night? Yeah, I'll back them in, mate. I think Porter a bit undermanned as well, so I'll back them in for sure. Yeah, strange game on the weekend. Like, we just seemed off. We couldn't quite get going. So, yeah, I mean, to be entitled, like, you're going to have those days where you're not at your best. Can't be up for 8 weeks straight. They still nearly found a way to pinch it, but they'll be okay. They'll bounce back this week. Baggers, how dare you say, hey, Nicky can be picked whenever. That's your evil devil. My Bible was tempered by Horty. I'm closing this stream and taking rosemary bath. Oh, shit. You're a funny man, mate. You're a funny man. No, I'm thinking Darcy and Combin to Jones and Bomb. Yep, love it, mate. They're all blokes who have maxed out in terms of break even and some good inclusions. I like it. Alex, apparently Sweet is a chance to be out this week, according to Supercoach TikTok. For my trades this week, Robertson, Williams for Ryan and McKercher. Lovely, mate. And yeah, I think I heard some illness left the track. So yeah, again, we're going to have to watch the teams pretty closely to see what he's doing. That'd be disappointing. Keep Green, mate. I think we answered that one already. John, Williams, and Sharp to McKercher and Oliver. I think that'll be a couple of popular inclusions, so I like that. Big fella, Short Hog, what's going on? 11 out of 12 last week, 12 this week. Nice, mate. I just finished the quiz off just before I went to air, so I'm not thinking it's as hard this week, but time will tell. I'll back you in for the 12 out of 12, mate. Boomer Star, thoughts on Butters? Has a very good run. Geelong, Hawks, and North also has a very good bye. Also, no Rosie this week. Yeah, I totally agree. Great option. He's a great option at any time, particularly with a good run like that. The Rosie thing could go both ways. There could be more footy for him to get, or there could be more attention on him. It might be like, bang, let's hone in on Butters because he doesn't have his partner in crime. So it could go both ways. Baggers, shorty, I need help in the dating world. Here we go. So I played footy, went well, and let's say Baggers loves a celebration, and that carries off the field. The Sheila from last week is caught hook, line, and sinker. Mate, I can't blame you. It sounds like you're a smooth mover on the footy field, mate. Maybe a smooth mover off it. So keep me updated on your dating life, mate. Sounds intriguing. Andy T, how you going, shorty? I'm pretty good, thank you, mate. How are you? I'm thinking to bring in Brisbane mid. Who should you go, Neil or Dunkley? Oh, tough, but I'd almost go Dunkley. I just think Neil's not quite at his best. I know he's fantastic on the weekend, but probably hasn't shaken the tag as well. A bit more attention. Dunkley seems like the consistently safer bet. So I'd go Dunkley, but neither has really piqued my interest, but you'll have yourself a bit of a pod there, I reckon. Pufferfish, crazy to bring McKercher back. Well, no, it's a purely break-even call. I mean, it's a frustrating one because a lot would have taken him out multiple weeks ago, but the break-even doesn't lie. I mean, it's like negative 60 or something, so he's going to make you some coin. Great roll. If the roll continues, he could legitimately get up to 500K, so... Harry Dunkley goes ballistic when winter hits. Yeah, he loves it when the ball's on the deck a bit more, in and under sort of stuff. Plenty of tackles. Baggers, no, for context, it's out. Baggers league. Oh, mate. I think I'm lost here. I'm not exactly sure what we're talking about now, but feel free to ask again. Jonas, Shorty, sing the song that legend Luke McMahon's. I love you, Luke, but I'm not going to rehearse Happy Birthday here. That's not going to be fun for any of the 73 people watching, I don't think. G Money, do you know if Jai Clark is going to get some good game time or still very likely sub-risk? His 78 shows he can put a game together. I think it's always a good chance to be the sub, unfortunately. But I think, as you say, the fact that Dangerfield's out, put together a good game, I'd be surprised if he was sub this week. I reckon they'll give him a crack after he got a bit of confidence out of that game. Ivan, g'day, shorty. Substitutes are so important and they are submitted 1 hour before game starts. Where is the best source to find this info? Now, fair call. I always just about 45 minutes before the game, AFL app, into the game, into teams, scroll down, it'll say substitute. So that's the best. AFL website probably pops it up as well, but I just go the app. But yeah, mate, SuperCoach will be a lot easier when we get rid of subs. I'll tell you what. Hopefully it's next year, but so frustrating. Look, guys, we are out of water and we're running low. So I'm just going to top up the water. I'll be back. What is up, guys? What is up? Bag is true, Mr. Horty. He can go M9 if worse comes to worse. Also, keep an eye on Perky Pig Perkins. Perkins did not expect us to talk about him tonight. Gee whiz. All right, Steve, I'm picking Oliver as I see him being a more consistent score, better than the rookies I have on field. He'll be moved to the bench loop if he fails, and I'll run out of trades. Yeah, that's right. I think worst comes to worst. He's a cheap option that can easily be an M9, that's for sure. Harvey, just realised I said Young. I meant Ryan, Roberts, D'Ambrosio, Dempsey out for Ryan, McKercher, Jones. Just realised I said Young. Okay. Yeah, well, I think that changes it bringing in Ryan because, yeah, like I said, I wasn't super sold on Young, but if you can bring in Ryan, absolutely. Norwich over Ipswich. Studi, don't get rid of D'Ambrosio yet. He has got a 94. P. Hal get, and then we can get him out. Fair enough. He's putting his faith in D'Ambrosio. All right, we got about 5 or so minutes before I chuck the code out. So I'm just going to go through some questions. Where are we at? Maybe in a bit more rapid fire. I think we will go. We might go through a few names that I haven't answered. We'll get the birthday boy, Luke McMahon. Also, Shorty, do you think Bevo will get the sack soon? I honestly do. I think he might be lucky to last 4 to 6 weeks, I reckon, if he doesn't turn it around. Blessed, another player I forgot to mention is Jack Hayes from St Kilda, made 115 back from his ACL. Yeah, he looked really good, didn't he? Certainly one to keep on our radar. If he gets a good second game, could certainly be in. Kappa, questions already probably been asked, but hold yo. No, that's all right, mate. Trade for me. I think it's 2 weeks he's probably out for. So I think it's a trade for mine. There's some players you could probably hold for 2, but Elliot Yo isn't one of those. So let's find a couple of names. Oh, yep, Adam, we just answered that one. Find a few fresh names. Kevin, g'day, Shorty. Sheasel to Ryan, any good? Thank you. No, hold Sheasel, mate. Hold. Great player. 1 down week. Let's not throw him out just yet. G Money, no Libber and Bulldogs under pressure yet again. Surely Bont is a captain of choice this round, or should we go Hawkins as a pot? I'll be so glad to finally get Bontempelli in. It's hard barracking against some of the best players in the comp, but I'm keen to get him into my side, that is for sure. Almost as keen for this water, I tell you. Will we be seeing Shorty appearance on the Saw Play Potty this year? Yes, we will. We will. The weeks are just busy, man. Like I'm so tired after work sometimes. So my mate's back down from Queensland and overseas and stuff. So I've been catching up with him a bit. So my weeks have been a little busier, but I did say that I would go on it. So yes, I wanna hold to that. Max, is Christian Petrarca ready to launch and pump out a 120 soon? I get the sense that a player like him doesn't stay down for too long. So I think, this week or next. I'm hoping he doesn't go nuts this week because I want to get him in nicely next week, but I think he could go big soon. PC Supercoach, thoughts on Comben, D'Ambrosio, Roberts, to Zorko, Jones, and McKercher? Yeah, that's all pretty good, mate. I think McKercher still offers some value, and Zorko I like. All right, who haven't we had a question from? Tizio 100 girl fan. That's a real throwback. Hey, short. Yeah, I do. Do you remember me? Are you still single? You're a bad man. Yes, way back, me and Tizio on Tizio 100, as you can see there. We used to do Q&As, and I reckon one person had about, we were like, gee, we're getting a lot of questions. I reckon it was like all the questions from the same person, but off about 6 different accounts, and that was one of them. Bills boys, thoughts on trading Sheasel to Zorko and Hayes next week if Shees gets under 100? No, I'd be holding on to Sheasel. Definitely keep Hayes on the radar for next week, but hold on Sheasel, please. Work's been pretty good, Luke. It's been good. Super busy. The days are very busy. I mean, I must admit, I felt a bit under the pump today. Just not enough hours in the day to get to the students you need. There's a lot of need with our young people these days, and it's you just always feel like you just can't quite get to everyone, but we're trying. Tiger Rewalt, is Roberts and D'Ambrosio to Sinclair and Oliver make sense? Yeah, makes lots of sense to me, mate. He's both of those guys coming into my side this week. Yes, at the club, mate. Yeah, at the club. So, he mentioned that he said good day to you. Jeez, that is a hectic bet there, Jonas. Jeez, okay. He's done the research. All right. I'll be keeping that in mind, mate. I'll incorporate that into my tips. Cooper, thoughts on Comben, Roberts, and Williams to Jones, McKercher, and Ryan? Yeah, good. There's a very similar trend to a lot of these trades, and I like them, mate. I think that's good. Steve, does your housemate hate us now, Shorty? She hasn't come in much, has she? Oi, Caitlin, where are you? Very hurtful. I don't know. Don't think she hates us, but Don't even know where she is, to be honest. I think she's just in her room. I better chuck this quiz code out, hey? Now, last week I said I'd buy dinner if anyone got 12 out of 12. I don't think this week is as hard, so I don't know if dinner's on offer, but geez, maybe if you sweet talk me, you never know. But let's have a look now, shall we? Alrighty, let's get a code here for you. We do it through Blookit if you're new. 105 1187. There's your code for you. All right, Jason Roberts to Oliver, closer to McKercher. Thoughts? Yeah, I like that. I think McKercher's just going to go bang, and Oliver at a really nice price. Prince George, Grundy to English, 2 sideways. Yeah, not for me, mate. I mean, Grundy's on fire. People want to trade Grundy out all the time. Let's just put our faith in him, mate. Put our faith in him. Jonas, G Money need Caitlin to fill in for Shorty's water breaks. Yeah, I know. Gee, we actually not as far behind as we thought. I guess I skipped a couple, but Nini boy is Crouch a keeper because, in my opinion, easily. We're talking Matt Crouch, I would say. Let me have a look. Honestly, my gut feel says no, but he could be a really nice M8. Let me just see what his last couple of weeks have done. I mean, very consistent. I mean, the only thing I'd say is he might fall into that awkward range of averaging like 107, 108, which you can keep him, but he's not 110 plus. So, yeah, you're right. You can probably keep him, but yeah, not the top end. Okay. Let's get a few more in this quiz, shall we? Cruz, Shorty, is it time for Clary? Yes, mate. Bring him in. Get him in, mate. I'm bringing him in. I reckon you should as well. Do the quiz, please, says James. Get in there, James. Get in there. Luke, big call short this year will be Tom Hawkins' last. I reckon that's a fair call. He's really slowing up. He really is. Yeah, struggling big time. So hopefully he bounces back, but it wouldn't shock me if he hung up the boots later this year. Oh, yeah, some of the old videos in 2013. Yeah, if you want to laugh, mate, if you want to see Shorty talking real sort of serious stuff about the Cats, Tizio 100. There's some funny goal kicking videos of me on Tizio's channel too, way back. So if you want some funny content. What do I like about Sinclair, Max? I mean, he's a proven scorer through the midfield and the back line. Beautiful user. Slow start, which was sort of expected because he had a interrupted preseason, but he looks back. I watched him on the weekend. I know it's against North, but he just looked confident. They love to use him. So, yeah, I think he's a good option. Carl, Shorty, desperate times for honest, hardworking Aussie battlers out there in the trenches with Jordan Sweet. If he misses, could you condone holding and going slamming Sammy Naismith to Rowe Marshall? Yeah, look, I could, because Sweet's a difficult one because he does have money to make. But if he misses 1 week and you got him R2, we got some serious troubles. So you can't cop a 0. You just can't. So let's cross our fingers, but I would endorse it. No, brunch. Okay, maybe we're talking, a cheeky acai bowl, maybe. Pufferfish. No, we're just friends, mate. We're just friends. Just housemates. Let's not get too carried away now. Widescreen TV. Oh, McKercher's in. Finn, McKercher to Clary or Clary. Oh, I'd go Clary. Out of those. Carl, favorite biscuit. Yeah, yeah, G Money he was, wasn't he? Favorite biscuit, shortbread. Favorite movie, Get Shorty. Favorite haircut, short back and size. Favorite soapy, Shortland Street. Oh, you find a way, mate. You're a funny man. You crack me up, I tell you. Bazo's scare coming down to Geelong Friday night. Any recommendations where to kick on after the match? Hello, mate. Might see you at the game. Look, I'd be going to Sailors if I was you. Go to Sailors down on the waterfront, couple of drinks, nice dance floor. And then, look, if you really want to get things a little messy, you could always roll into Lammy's or Home House if you really want to get carried away. Widescreen TV, is Nick Newman a pod? I wouldn't go with him, to be honest. I really do love what he's doing, but with McGovern coming back, Sard, I just think he'll go back to more of that secondary role, but he can certainly score when he's that main distributor. Yeah, I was thinking the same about McRae with Libba out, so I might wait and see for a bit, but certainly worth a consider. We got 39 in the quiz. We'll get that over 40 and we'll start. Not too much. Oh my God. Not too much love for Peatling, mate. Jesus Christ, get Shorty a bloody soother, mate. But no, I love the outside of the box thinking. I think Cameron was talking about it earlier, but too risky for mine. Too risky for mine. Few players to come back for the Giants. Kristen Petrarca, absolutely. That almost made sense, but that was from Kristen asking about Petrarca. Next week for me. Still got a relatively high break even, but I really think he's a good option soon. Western Port. I said no more Tuesdays. Oh, mate, I'm sorry. I've got the dentist tomorrow. How fun is that? I've got it. So I'll be bloody numb as anything by 6 o'clock tomorrow. So can't do it, mate. We can't. Cruise South Barwon win the flag this year. Look, I haven't followed the local footy as much this year, mate, but I'll back in. Who do you play for, mate? You're obviously around Geelong. Here we are, evening boss. Congrats on the recent TikTok success. Thank you, mate. Reckon you could make a TikTok on how to tie a tie. Thanks in advance, legend. I might have to look up a tutorial to show you because my tie tying skills are poor. But leave it with me. Leave it with me. Sweet went off with a bit of illness, apparently. That's what I'm hearing. So, yes, we'll wait and see on the teams. Hopefully he's all right. Pufferfish. Yeah, sure, shorty. You and Caitlin are just friends. Wink, wink. Well, they're your words, not mine, mate. It's is Alley Cat still open, says G Money. It's called After Dark now, you dangerous individual. Gee whiz. All right, we'll start this quiz pretty soon, guys. My trades this week, Shorty, are Fife, Williams, and Yo to Jones, Stewart, and Track using my last boost this week. We'll have $1 million in the bank, which is outrageous. Wow, you are absolutely banking that cash. We love to see it. You'll have a good spend soon. Carl, Tomahawk worth a cheeky throw at the stumps, or is he past it and a waste of a trade-in? Can go sideways from Jack Billings. Nah, don't. Let's not go Tommy Hawkins. He looks shot. He'll be rested at some stage soon, so no. I hope he gets back to it from a Cat's point of view, but no, not yet. South Barwon under 16s. Nice, mate. Well, hopefully you have a win on the weekend, mate. Are we playing Western Port? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I did talk about Luke Ryan Blacks, and look, you can get him in for sure, mate. Superstar, on fire. Don't know if I'd pay right up to that point. He'll be cheaper at some stage, but not anytime soon. I mean, off the back of a 197. But and then James, straight up, I hate Callum Mills. Cop that, Callum. Shout out to Callum and his family. But look, let's start this quiz, shall we? Good luck. Maybe I'll consider a cheeky lunch date if you get 12 out of 12. I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have to come to me, but you're gonna have to come all the way to Geelong. Maybe we'll go to Cremorne. But anyway, let's start this. We've got 43 in there. Good stuff, guys. Let's go. Good luck to you. All right. Who won the medal for best on ground in last round's showdown? Zach Butters, Isaac Rankin, Jake Saligo, or Rory Laird? Like I said, don't think it's as hard as last week, but I'll be interested to see. I feel like this one's bit of an easy one. It was, of course, Jake Saliga. I think most of you got that right. Yes, you did. 33 out of the 37. Lenka, Harvey, Cal, Boomerstar, and Jimmy. The top 5 there. Good stuff. Good start, guys. Question 2. After kicking no goals against Melbourne in a career first, Tom Hawkins has now been held goalless for how many weeks in a row? Not my best grammar there, but that was a career first to being held goalless for how many weeks in a row? 5, 4, 3, or 6? Well, we could have worded that one better, Shorty, but that's okay. Hopefully I didn't throw anyone off too bad. But so he hasn't kicked a goal in 4 weeks. A few people went the 5 and the 3, but the majority landing the 4 there. Nice. Who was in quickest? Cal, Brad Supercoach, Dixie Wrecked. Yeah, you got me. Harvey, Baslenka. And Cal's on top. Jimmy Boomerstar. I can't believe I fell for that one. Unbelievable scenes. Question 3. In the preseason cup competitions, NAB Cup most recently, that used to be held leading in the round 1, how many points was a super goal worth? Of course, a goal from outside 50. I missed the preseason comp, to be honest. I enjoyed it. It gave a bit of hype. I thought it meant something winning it, but they seem to hate it now. It was worth 9 points. Oh, some went 10. Okay. That was worth 9. So there you go. Will this shake up the leaderboard? Buster Nut, Jeff, Cal, Tongue Punches, Cam and Horty W, Riz. There's some serious names here. Cal's still on top. Harvey, Baslenka, Cam and Horty, and Ozjan, I think that was. Question 4. Brendan Sanderson played for 3 clubs. Which of these clubs did he not play for? So I actually thought he only played for 2. But yeah, there's one club in there he didn't play for. I think most of you will know that he had the decorated career with the Cats. Now, he coached Adelaide. Did he play for him? Did he play for him? Now, I can tell you that the odd one out is North Melbourne. Okay, majority got that, but it was about 50-50. Nice. Cal's on fire. Bazzo, Sheasel, 3 votes. Wombat and Kanga. So Cal's well out on top. He's 30 points clear already. Ozjan, Wombat, and Shorty's exhausted, I think that was. And I think it was Lukey Mack in 5th. Which young lion was a late inclusion on Sunday night, seeing him play 2 matches on the one day? Wow, Harvey has researched for the quiz. We love to see that. Some funny names in there. It was, of course, Logan Morris. Most of you guys getting that right. So I reckon there'll be a few people with the lunch date with Shorty. Bazzo, Tongue Puncher, Buster Nut, James, Shorty's exhaust. And Cal's still on top. Ozjan, Shorty's exhaust. Wombat, Lukey Mack in 4th. So a few people probably got every question right so far, but we're heading to the halfway mark. I think we've got a couple of harder ones coming up. Which ruckman became the first VFL AFL player to reach 10,000 hitouts on the weekend? Answer this one and then chuck a little comment in if you're 5 from 5 or 6 from 6. Max Gorn, Todd Goldstein, Jared Witts, or Toby Nankervis. Oh, Pufferfish is 6 from 6. It was well documented. Todd Goldstein, close relative of Tom, but he broke the record. Loose Butt, Shorty, Cal, Boomerstar, Harvey, and Ozjan. So Cal is putting together some sort of quiz. Ozjan, Wombat, Boomerstar, and Lukey Mack. Question 7. I feel like there's a couple of hard ones coming up. Who had the most possessions on the weekend out of these Fremantle midfielders? Caleb Sarong, Andy Brayshaw, Matty Johnson, or Hayden Young? I'm going to hit this couch so hard. Big day at work. I'm just going to fucking swallow a Milo just aggressively and chuck fucking 360 on and just take my pants off and just get into that couch, baby. That was maybe graphic, but yeah, Caleb's wrong. Thought I might trick a couple with a little reverse bluff, but most of you probably, were too preoccupied with me. Oh, that's a reckless name. Couple of reckless names. Lockie's in there, Dreezy, couple of hectic names in there. Cal with a big lead. Sheasel 3 votes, and Harvey has worked his way into the top 5. Question 8. Lockie Sullivan made his AFL debut against the Blues on Friday night. How old is he? Real personal question, this one. 24, 26, 22, or 28? Just quickly search up Lockie on social media. Check out the age of him, etc. Mature ager, 26. Nice, 30. Got that right. I need to throw in a tough one here. I'll be shouting a fair bit of lunch. Brad SuperCoach, Cal again, Baz Lenker, Lockie, and Caitlin's toenail. Niche. But Cal's on fire. Ozjan, Shorty's exhaust, Caitlin's toenail, and Harvey. Question 9. Which of these players wears the highest number? Errol Goulden, Tanner Bruin, Horn Francis, or Wardlaw? Now, if Cal's in the top 5 quickest again, he might just put this field away. They might not be able to catch him. Split a couple up. So Goulden wears 21. Bruins, what is he, 4? Horn Francis 18 and Wardlaw 6. Ozjan, Bagger and Ram. Cal, there he is again. Tongue punches and Bazzo. Cal's putting on a fucking clinic. He's 50 clear. Ozjan, Bazzo, Sheasel 3 votes, and Harvey. Question 10. Who is currently on top of the ladder? Jeez, we're making them tough tonight. Jeez, I need a lift here. We need to lift. Oh. It is now the Swans. If you still had the Cats, there you go. I didn't expect that to slip a couple up, so there you go. They got us on percentage. Caitlin, Cooper, Chloe, Tongue Punches, Lucky Mac. Could this be the one where someone gets a bit closer to Cal? They do. Ozjan's a chance. He is a chance. 2 questions to go. How many marks did Luke Ryan take on the weekend? 13, 14, 15, or 16? I think if people had him in their SuperCoach sides, they reckon they'd would have celebrated every single one of these. He absolutely racked it up. Oh, Baggers, he hates the quiz. Oh, boy. Oh, no. So brutal. 15 marks he took, and that has split him. That has split him. There you go. That is the question we needed to split things up. How has it affected the leaderboard? Cam and Horty, Lockie, Riz, Bazlinka, James. What's that top 2? Is Ozjan on top or is it Cal? Wow, both got it wrong. Harvey, Bazlinka, Lukey Max. So it's tightened up a bit. Final question. Which of these players has the most Brownlow votes in their career? Marcus Bontempelli, Nat Fyfe, Patrick Cripps, or Travis Boak? Interesting question, this one. I thought I'd give you a little tricky one to end the quiz with because it's tight. Some experienced players, some guns, all guns really. Nat Fyfe is the man we're looking for. Okay, most of you got that. I thought some may have gone elsewhere. Well played, well played. Cal's third. Done it. Oh no, Cal. You're on fire. Come through for a ripping win there. Well played. Let's take a look at the report there. I don't think anyone got 12. Ozjan 11, same as Harvey. Cal was quick, but he got 9. Cam and Horty W got the 10. So did Bazlenka, Jimmy, and Lukey, Mac, and Boomstar 11 out of 12, as was Riz. Nicely played. Shorty's exhaust, James. So a high standard quiz. Nicely done. Oh, boy, I can't believe Cal there. That was brutal. That was brutal. Yeah, nicely done, Ozjan. I have Luke Ryan in my team. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, you got that one wrong. No way. Yeah. Oh, geez. Disaster class. Man, that's all right, mate. Bounce back. Bounce back. Yeah, fair enough. So there's a couple that slipped you up. Just a couple of different ones from Harvey and Luke there. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Always enjoy the quiz. Always do. Love that you guys get around it. Um, so thanks again for all the questions, all the comments, all the banter. It's always a bit of fun. I try to get through them. We always have a little bit more loose fun towards the end of the year. So apologies for those shit talkers out there. I love you. I respect you, but we'll get a little bit more shit talk when the SuperCoach stuff dies down. That back half of the year, we'll talk some serious trash. But I'll just try and punch out as many questions as I can. Yeah, nice, Ozgen. Nicely done. Yeah, well, that's not bad, actually. That's not bad, Puffer Fish. That's not bad. All right, guys. I'm pretty gassed, to be honest. I'm gonna hit the couch and try and get a decent sleep, I think. But yeah, thanks again. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, G Money, Cal, Luke. Good stuff. Hey, have a good birthday, Luke. Hope dinner was nice and hope you got a couple of nice presents, mate. So good stuff, Ozjam. Well done on the quiz. I'll talk to you all next week. I'll let you know whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday, but it'll be one of them. So thanks again. Good stuff, Baz. Thanks, Pufferfish. Thanks, mate. Catch you later, guys. Go the Cats on Friday night, mate. See you, Harvey. See you.